This is Max Headroom, and what you're about to witness is one of the greatest epics ever produced in the history of television. So,
sit back,
relax,
and enjoy.
Hey,
Let's go to Swallow Beer Review. I'm Shagdog.
I'm Jammer.
And we're doing
Sierra Nevada's Oktoberfest.
Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest.
Our fest beer is a refreshing ode to beer's biggest party. Toasty malts and German hops yield notes of fresh bread and floral fruity character for a balanced, crisp lager that makes any moment festive.
That sounds good. And I think
Right.
every year they come out with this. I don't know if they do a different ingredient.
That is Sierra Nevada's cap for Oktoberfest.
Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest. Beer
And
Advocate.
Shagdog, after many years of not being able to do cap toss,
Yeah.
I give it to you to do the very
Should I
first
back up? I mean, we're
one
pretty close.
since
We're going to back up for a second.
we haven't been able to do it.
All right, how about here? That sounds good almost to the screen.
I think if we do the cap toss, maybe everything will start to become right in the world.
All right.
Oh,
Way off.
way off.
All right.
Because everything is so fucked up.
Sierra Nevada Beer Advocate Oktoberfest. And this one, me and Diddy did this one a few weeks back. I forgot that we did this one when we bought this one, but that's okay. This is the 2020 version. I guess they change every year. I don't know. 86 by Beer Advocate, and it's a Marzen Oktoberfest, more of the fest style, as you can see. And 6% ABV. Sierra Nevada, Chino, California. No, are they Chino? They are Chino, California, right?
I
Yeah.
think so, Chino, California.
I'm surprised on the head on this, actually.
Yeah, well, I poured it a little hard. Sorry.
Yeah.
Chino, California, and Mills River, North Carolina.
Okay, so it's like
So they have
collaboration.
expanded from West Coast to East Coast.
Huh. And they don't do a collaboration or anything with anybody, or they must have a brewery over
All
there.
right, so let's go ahead. Nice golden yellow. Yes, looks nice.
Yeah, it's more of the fest style.
Yeah,
Oktoberfest.
it does have a nice color to it. Looks very crisp.
Yeah.
Got that bready Marzen type smell, man.
A little sweetie.
Fruity, bready, sweet, hop. I can smell that. It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, toasty type smells here.
With this one, and I think I said it with P. Diddy video with him, it almost has a little bit of a wet dog smell to it.
No, I don't get that.
Like a fruity wet dog. I
A
don't know.
fruity wet dog.
Yeah.
So are you saying P. Diddy's dog is a gay dog?
Could be. Tries to get on my back all the time.
All right, I'm ready to drink it.
All right, I'm ready.
Prosit.
Prosit.
I'm Prosit.
Happy Falltoberfest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got the toasty. Got
Yeah.
the bready.
Not my favorite type of Oktoberfest. I like the darker ones better, but
Got a little fruity. But this one has that hop forward.
almost like a little grassy.
Hop forward and grassy.
Hoppy,
Yeah.
grassy hop notes. A little fruitiness, bready in there.
Yeah. And it's paying homage to that type of fest beer,
Yeah,
but it's got the little more hop to
yeah.
it.
A different kind of sweetness than the dark ones. I think it's sweet.
Mhm.
It's a little different though for some reason. Yeah,
Got a little
Okay,
bit more bitter. A little pine flavor in there. Very faint, but there.
yeah. That's probably what the difference.
Kind of
is,
like
sweet.
citrus grapefruit almost.
Yeah, whereas
But it's faint.
most other Oktoberfest had more of a Roman bread
Yeah.
sweetness to it. This has
Roman
more
bread,
of a hoppy
yeah.
sweet, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But not bad.
It's not bad. I don't like these type of Oktoberfest.
Well, I tell you one thing. The head releasing all the vitamins and minerals,
Right.
all the aromatics.
That's where they hide them all, right?
Yeah, it's all there. And looks good. So what kind of grade would you give this Shagdog?
I can't remember what I gave it last time, but I think I'd give it a straight up B and a swallow. Yeah, it's good. I haven't had too many of these kinds of Oktoberfest, but all the German ones I've had, and this is probably the closest American one, I guess, for that type of Oktoberfest.
I have to, poor man. I have to tell you, for being a domestic Oktoberfest type beer,
Yeah.
it is one of the better ones that I've had in comparison
Yeah.
to other domestics.
For those types, that
Yeah.
fest beer.
Um,
That's what they call the more golden ones, like a fest beer. Is that right?
and I would say, I would give it a B2 and a straight up swallow because it's one of the better
Yeah.
ones.
I mean, I'd probably drink a few of these and be all right.
Yeah. All right. Excitement abounds.
Excitement abounds, folks. Got my new shirt on.
Spar and no expense.
Rat and Row and Oktoberfest or Falltoberfest.
Exactly.
I had to go to Walmart earlier, buy a couple things.
Yeah.
I forgot I had the shirt on ready to do the beer review, and had old women like looking at me and like looking at my shirt and looking at me, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're thinking,
And I had my mask on, so I'm like laughing under my mask, not out loud, but like laughing about it.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time I wore. I mean, I've had rat T-shirts before, but first time I wore. It's not really provocative, but it's a cartoonish lady bending over.
yeah.
I never wore anything like this in my life. I don't think.
No.
Not with a picture of a woman on it. Maybe back in the 80s, might have had a couple, but not that provocative. You know, girl in a bikini, like chicks big cocks with a rooster or whatever, that type of thing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
But
Rat
you wore
Row.
shirts with guys on it.
No. When?
You said you never wore one with a woman on it.
You're talking about the rat shirt?
No, I'm saying you never wore one with a woman on it.
No. Yeah, I wore-
Provocative shirt
in
with
the
a
80s,
woman on it.
In the 80s, those ones they used to make in Myrtle Beach, like chicks dig big cocks or whatever. It's a rooster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it had a couple girls in bikinis. I had a rooster there with a surfboard or some shit. Yeah.
And you wore that?
I might have wore one once. Yeah. Something like that.
Okay.
I think my friend. I never went to Myrtle Beach back then, but my friend used to go all the time. I think he brought me back one.
I'm just so enthralled.
It was a cheap T-shirt too. It was one of those ones you buy at the shops and the beach or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was really thin and fell apart pretty quick. Yeah, probably had it a year.
Especially if a big cock is stretching it out.
Right. Or was it a Big Johnson? I can't remember if it was a Big cock. It might have been a Big Johnson.
Johnson
Remember the
shirts.
Big
I
Johnson
remember
ones?
shirts. Yeah, Big Johnson shirts.
Might have been a Big Johnson. I remember
Yeah.
there was no big cocks.
How about just Pecker?
Right.
Yeah.
Big Woody. I had a Woody Woodpecker in there or something.
I would just. I think that if you came up with a shirt, and said everybody loves a pecker,
Right.
and then you have the woodpecker. You know.
Yeah. Or you call it Woody.
Yeah.
Everybody loves wood.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Or a pecker. Pecker
Make
wood.
the tree look like a pecker and
Yeah.
have a woodpecker on it.
Yeah. You have both wood or peck.
You
Choose
can
one.
make the woodpecker, the bird, actually look like a
Yeah.
sexy bird.
Now, have you ever heard of those big woodpeckers, those giant ones? Now, is there a version of those
Going,
called... No. But you ever seen those before? And they're big giant ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're on a dangerous
They're
list.
going down and picking up water.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a real one going to a tree around here. You ever see any of those?
Oh, a real woodpecker?
Yeah, those big giant ones. You know, not the little tiny woodpeckers, but the big ones.
What are you talking about?
They're like the big.
I've never seen a giant woodpecker.
Yeah, it's
Or venturing off the.
right there. I mean, they're not like huge giants, but they're like about that high. That's
15
all.
feet.
Oh, like that.
I
Right there,
don't know.
see it? I can't zoom in.
Yeah, why can't you zoom in?
Let's try that one. There we go.
That's a regular sized bird.
Well, I've seen some big ones that are like that tall up in the fucking.
No.
Anyhow, I've seen little ones too. There's little tiny woodpeckers that are more baby blue with red on it.
Maybe a foot.
I don't know what those ones are called. But anyhow, are they called Good Lord Birdies, right?
No.
Good
You know more about these birds than I do, man.
Let's check it. Good Lord Birdie.
You're like an avid bird watcher in comparison to me.
Good Lord Birdie Woodpecker. Yeah.
See, you don't even know.
Good Lord Birdie Woodpecker.
I know that cardinals are a sign that some
According
loved
to
one is
Wikipedia,
thinking
the
of.
ivory-billed woodpecker is one of the largest
Yes,
woodpeckers
ivory
in the world,
billed.
at roughly
Same
51
one.
centimeters
But
long and
I
76
guess they call them Good
centimeters
Lordy
in wingspan.
Woodpeckers in some places.
Oh, wow.
Good Lord, or the Lord God bird and stuff like. Probably somebody in the South said, "Good Lord, look at the size of that bird. Good Lordy bird."
Lordy, Lordy, look at that.
Yeah. Good lord.
Look at there. Look at there.
But there's a TV show about, who's that, abolitionist?
Hello.
Before the Civil War, John Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, there were several of them.
John Brown, Ethan Hawke's playing him. It's kind of over-exaggerated, I think, but it's on Showtime, I think. It's called the show's called The Good Lord Birdie.
Okay. Never heard of it. Till now.
It's all right.
I'm glad you keep me abreast of all the non-essential and things that I've never seen or don't ever care to.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show.
Sad day today.
Ethan Hawke. Oh yeah.
Alex Trebek
Died yesterday or 2 days ago. I can't remember.
died this week.
This week, yeah. 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So
No more. And as soon as he died, guess what happens? The Jeopardy music came on and it went.
Where'd it come on at? You think that was happening to him as he's going towards the light? Took a long time to get to the light. You know?
I'm just saying, the music came on. Yeah, and in between, when they asked him the question, it comes on.
Yeah.
As we're pausing to wait for them to come up with their answers.
Right, or when they start to,
so
or at the end of the show.
He died. We're pausing and waiting for his return.
Yeah, right. But I wonder if with him, if that music was playing while he's going towards the tunnel of light.
He probably hated that music. He probably despised
I know, and
that
it's
music.
playing while he died.
I mean, you think about it. Having a regular gig for, 40 years?
I don't know if it was that long. 35 maybe?
35, 30 years, you know. I mean, this is almost like Vanna and Pat Sajak.
Yeah.
And Bob Barker.
Well, I don't know if I got comments.
You know what I mean?
Okay, no comments.
Having the same gig over and over again, you know.
Right.
But I enjoyed Alex Trebek. I used to always watch it in the after evenings, you know, and especially with family and
yeah, we watch all the time.
Stuff,
I don't know if that other guy's that was a contestant one time and he helps with some things now. If he's going to be the new host, or and I don't like him at all. He's never. You can't replace Alex Trebek. You'd have to. Only person who could replace him is somebody else that died recently. To me, Sean Connery.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and almost because he did the. Well, he didn't do it, but
Yeah,
Saturday Night Live would have had
skit,
Jeopardy
yeah.
skit. And I can see Sean Connery
Your
hosting it.
mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they had Burt Reynolds go, Norm Macdonald
Oh, yeah.
and Burt Reynolds.
Which I like that Jeopardy better than the Black Jeopardy, which they have recent years.
Yeah, everything gets so political. Everything is so
Racial and political.
yeah,
And they make it that way.
and they make it to where they're saying something. It's always about the racial divide and
Right.
pushing the racial
And it's-
divide, that gorge in it.
And about equality now. Everybody's been equal. Yeah,
I'm sorry, but yeah, everybody's
equal. I mean,
his wife, Abba's wife, turned around and started walking and kept walking and walking until she could get to America, yeah. And when she got there, she turned around and applied for citizenship. Or I forget, how it worked. But either way, she left her country, just started walking.
now, did she know Abel before she came here? Because he used to
I
live down
think
there
so.
one time, right?
Yeah,
Because he had a military family there, right? Or something like that.
yeah. But I mean, just the fact that she got up and just started
she
walking.
walked for love.
Or just walked, I mean, I never understood that. Yes, it's the only thing you know, but you know what? If you're that miserable and you're that scared of your living and all that stuff there,
Right.
I mean, what do you think all the hillbillies did? The hillbillies either joined the military or they turned around and left,
That chocolate kiss is still right me. Yeah, but the whole thing, I hate talking about politics and race, but the whole, what's that kind of the systemic
Victim-y?
racism?
Yeah.
Systemic race?
Systemic.
Yeah.
Systemic.
And that just came all out and about in the last 6 months. You never heard of that shit on TV all the time. And inequality. All these companies are, we're helping to fight inequality. There's no fucking inequality.
Yeah.
I know plenty of people that have been, myself, we were poor when I was a kid.
Yeah.
My mother brought us out of Portland.
Portum. Yeah, I like that. Portum.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
you're poor, you're rich, or you're middle class. Now the rich are trying to close the gap between the poor and the middle class. They want everybody poor. That's why this $15 minimum wage, that's closing the gap. If they do socialism, that's closing the gap.
Let me tell you, it really closes the gap big time, because one reason. The people who are making $15 or even above, they're not getting a raise when that happens.
And they're not going to get a raise for years.
And they're not going to get a raise, any significant type of raise at all, if
for
any.
Years. It puts them back 15, 20 years. Probably.
And then on top of that, the cost of living here's the cost of living, here's where they were at, they were barely able to make it, and every so often they got a glimpse of hope. Now all of a sudden, here's the cost of living, and here is them, and here is the other people that just joined them. Now everybody's in the same boat, instead of that one category of people who thought, hey, I'm going to make a living and raise a family and live off my McDonald's income. Yeah, you're a moron. Burger flippers, all those jobs, fast food restaurants and everything.
Delivery drivers.
That was never meant to be a full-time job to where you can raise a family on and to earn a living for your life.
Mine
It was meant as a job to make a little bit of money so that for high school students and college students and elderly to be able to make a little bit of money to supplement their income and be able to afford to buy their books and stuff like that.
And delivery drivers for these different companies was good. You could average anywhere from $14 to $20 an hour. Mm-hmm. But now it's going to be considered even less than a minimum wage job because paying gas, stuff like that, you're going to be making less than minimum wage when people get that $15.
Exactly.
Sometimes, not all the time, but.
And so, what have you done? All you've done is you've shifted everything to where now the cost of living is higher, and you're still at the same level you were, but you forced everybody else to join you in that little category because you were too lazy to get off your ass, go to school, or do something. Strive to be something more than a burger flipper.
And I'll give you another example.
Not that anything's wrong with burger flippers, but you know what I'm saying? It was a part-time.
Yeah. Some people like it.
Minimum wage job. If you're happy, you're happy.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at, it was meant to be a
high school, college student type job.
Yeah. The only job in that franchise or in that kind of category is the manager that should be making good money.
Now, do I think they should make more than what our minimum wage was? I think they should have raised it a little bit. Whatever hell dollars it is now, $8.
$9.25, isn't it?
Is it $9.25? I don't know. But back when I first worked at the juice plant, when we worked there, it was $6.25 or something like that.
$7.25.
No, $6.25, $6.50. That's what Big Donsky used to make when he first started.
$6.25.
But you figure somebody that works there, all those people, he moved up because he went to a different position, so he moved himself up. But
exactly, he moved into a position.
But you think of those people that are works in the barrel room or whatever, they just kept doing the same thing for 10 years. They're getting their little nickel raise every year. So they probably went up above minimum wage, but probably by now, say all these years later, they'd probably be at $12, $13 an hour if they're lucky after working there for 20 years. Now, if that place was still open, that's what they'd be making, 13, if they're lucky, $13. Now, with the minimum wage thing, they'd go up to $15 too. Whoop-de-doo. Now the prices are going to go up, and they're going to be just as poor as the people just started this year.
And it hurts the middle income people because, like I said, the cost of living goes up, and they don't make any more money.
Right.
And it hurts senior citizens because they're on a fixed income, and they don't make any more money.
Social Security might get a raise like $1 a raise a month or some shit like that every year. Anywho, I liked it.
All right. Thanks for watching. Brewery.
I am Shagdog.
I am Jammer.
And we will see you on the next one. We got plenty of beers to do. I'm here all night, I think.
Yeah, let's do this.
We'll see. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Bye.
Waiting for one of your... Take care. Something.
Later.
If that hasn't got Oscar written all over it, I'll eat my invitation to the award ceremony.